Thank you very much. Peter, straight along to you.
Thank you. So we heard a lot about the importance of faster convergence, faster growth for the region, and especially Kosovo, since Kosovo
Could you lean a little bit into your mic so everybody can hear you?
Still has a lot to catch up compared to some other countries in the region. And this growth also has to be inclusive, as the Prime Minister emphasized. So it has to involve youth, it has to involve more women employment, also the employment of disadvantaged parts of the population. This growth has been quite fast, as also the Prime Minister mentioned. In the past 10 years, Kosovo managed to grow by around 4.4%, above that of the Western Balkans. But still, with this relatively fast growth, the convergence was very, very slow. And how to accelerate convergence, that is the main question. And in fact, me and my co-authors have just published a paper which was looking at what are the prerequisites for the Western Balkans countries to converge faster to the EU income averages, which is available on the EBRD website. And this paper is basically suggesting a three-pronged approach. So first of all, the convergence of the Western Balkans, including Kosovo, has slowed down after the global financial crisis in 2009. And this has been mainly due to the slowdown of the productivity growth. So while employment has grown in this period, and that's good, that's very important, productivity has more or less stalled. So now the main focus has to be on how to improve productivity in the region. And productivity improvement requires technological improvements, which usually comes the easiest through foreign direct investment, through more sophisticated technologies invested by those investors who are part of the global value chains. This is helping in many ways. It's helping integrating the country into these global value chains. Also, it is helping to broaden the markets. Kosovo, as other Western Balkans countries, is a very small country, very small market. Altogether, the Western Balkans is just around 70 million people. So it makes sense to aim at a much bigger market, be it the regional market in the Western Balkans or the European Union or the world market as well. And these global value chains and foreign direct investment is helping the access to these markets. For this to happen, of course, the business environment has to improve, as it was mentioned by the ambassadors before. Easier regulations, easier licensing of certain activities would be very important, as well as the faster transfer of goods through the borders, because it's still too difficult to do in the Western Balkans. Another factor which would be important is greening the economy. So we heard from the Prime Minister that there are plans to increase, to start auctions, tenders for renewable investments, but it has to be done much faster. It has to involve the private sector fully, because the private sector is able to flexibly and move fast in this area and offer the most efficient solutions for this, as it was the case in Albania, where these tenders for solar renewable energy investments have already been successful in the past. Last but not least, the governance is very important. So it's important to mention that rule of law and democracy has relatively good ratings in Kosovo, but what needs to be improved further is the state-owned enterprise governance. State-owned enterprises are an important part of the economy in the Western Balkans. They are providing elementary services from telecommunications to energy to private companies. And if these services are not priced properly, if the quality of service is not good enough, then the private sector is suffering from this. So state-owned enterprises have to be governed in a way that they have a transparent operation, they are working efficiently, and they are not influenced by political decisions. So the politics can decide about what type of activities they have to do as public service. They have to agree on public service contracts with them, but the management of these companies has to be similar like for the private companies in order to make them more efficient. If these things are going ahead, of course, together with the improvement in education and health services, then Kosovo has good chances to increase its growth rates and convergence to the EU income average. Thank you.